Long way, get this shit a long way, this shit a long way. Long way, hit it long way, 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 shit, long way, long shit, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, long way, shit a long way. Gotta get the shit a long way, get the shit a long way, finish rich, yeah. Gotta get the shit a long way, get the shit a know she don't really understand, man. Gotta know what she don't really understand, man. Gotta get a meal, but she don't understand. She be trippin' every day, she be trippin' every way. But I gotta get this shit a long way, yeah. Tryna get money every single way, tryna get money every single day, yeah. Get money every single way, every day. Every day we gotta get paid, yeah. Every day we gotta get paid, yeah. I'm feeling like we be the new slaves, yeah. No, we gotta finish rich, no, we gotta finish rich. Got a new bitch, she don't understand rich. She don't understand, she gotta get rich. She don't understand, sometimes we gotta hit lit. No, we ain't hit lit, tryna get the long way, yeah. Tryna get the shit the long way, yeah. Cause you tryna wrap up a entree, yeah. Told you the other day that did my phone strong. We gon' shoot the long way, we gon' get the long way, yeah. Yeah, get the shit the long way. My bitch be trippin' back and forth like a phone way. When I ain't Atari, I ain't playing games, so I'm done talking. Yesterday she told me that she about to leave, man. Said fuck it, bitch, we gonna get some money. Said fuck it, bitch, I'm about to get some money. So what I do today, I want to get some money, yeah. Cause we gon' get this shit the long way, yeah. We gon' get shit the long way, yeah. Back and forth like the pong way, yeah. Man, I'ma get this shit the long way, get this shit the long way. Just the only way today, because they go with shit's crazy. We got 'em wearing masks, we the new slaves, and we be wearing this shit like every day. We be okay, we gon' be okay, they gon' be okay, they gon' be okay for me, yeah. So we gon' get this shit the long way, 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 yeah, yeah, we get this shit the long way, yeah, cause we gon' be okay, we gon' be okay, yeah, we gon' get the long way, yeah.
Hello. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm LJ Young, the founder and the host of the show. Welcome. I am not SMD. SMD is a family of people that think like me. And what is that? Just a second. I know that capitalism is psychological, split into two parts, positive and negative. All right. And the people that live on the negative side of the economy are called debt slaves. And you're probably thinking, especially if you're new, who are debt slaves? Debt slaves are people that believe they can own with absolutely no money of their own. People that believe they can buy houses with mortgages, buy cars with car loans, save on a retirement plan while having student loan debt older than the retirement plan itself. Those are called debt slaves. Okay. Now, to be fair, I was a debt slave once from 18 to about age 40. Okay. I was the best kind, though. I was the college educated, six-figure earning type of debt slave. That was me. That was totally me, right? Well, once I got to six figures, because when you're in debt, you notice all the videos, they're all about, hey, get to six figures, right? Like that's going to change your life or something, right? But they do that because very few people actually make it to six figures. That's why they always do that. That's almost an impossible number for the majority of debt slaves, right? Well, I did it. I got there and I was like, now what? Now that I'm here, what do I do? What now what? Nothing. I was deep in debt. That's what I was. And I owned absolutely nothing. And I was triple my salary in debt. Mortgage, car loans, all that stuff, student loan debt, all that. Because mostly, people in the six figures, they got college debt. They're in the deepest. They're the worst. They're the really trapped debt slave. They can't do nothing. Well, anyway, long story short, I found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey says, hey, take the calculator and my baby steps and get out of debt. That's what I did. Okay. It was really simple for me, right? But then I got to the part of Mr. Ramsey's plan where he says, when you get down to your mortgage, start putting away 15% into retirement. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, Dave. Wait a minute. You had me use the calculator all the way up to this point. But if I put in my mortgage payment minus my mortgage balance and hit equal, I'm still in a large amount of debt. I don't have 15% of anything to put anywhere. That's what I said to myself, right? That's when I left his plan, because anything past that is called business. And then he's going to send you to one of his Vesta pros, and then you're going to pay one of his Vesta pros that are going to somehow break the laws of mathematics, and you're going to pay him to do it. Whatever. I don't really care. That's called business. And it's none of my business. Congratulations, Mr. Ramsey. But this is where I get off the Ramsey train. I got to create my own. Okay. So once I got to zero, I said, wait a minute. I've never been this free in my life. Absolutely not. Never in my entire life have I been zero. Wait a minute. My credit report is actually an owner's ledger. Yep. It's just a report that keeps track of all the businesses that own you. And credit scores are nothing more than reward points for staying in debt with your owners listed on your credit report. That's it. Yeah. What? I said, that is bananas. No, it's true. It's mathematically correct. Yes. That means it's true. You mean debt slaves can't even see us? No, they can't even see us. They think they own stuff. They think they can refinance the house, and a house they don't own, by the way. They don't know that. Right? I came to the positive side. I'm like, wait a minute. Taxes are your friend. Yes, taxes are your friend. You have to listen. When you come on the positive side, you follow all the tax laws and stuff. The IRS agents are not coming after you for doing nothing. You're following all the laws. That's like if you're driving down the street and the speed limit's 35 miles an hour, and the cop pulls you over and you say, hey, what you pull me over for? And he says, for going 35 miles per hour. Would that happen? Absolutely not. The same thing applies. Again, if you're new to the channel, I'm unlike any channel on YouTube. Okay. I want to make sure that's clear. Here in S&D family, we trust math. And if you don't, that's your problem. You see how that works? It doesn't matter. What's up, Moore, Robert, Gabriel, Cosmic, QJC? Now to the title of the show. Okay. So on the positive side, you see how everything works. Okay. You can come over here. You can be as rich as you want, wealthy as you wish, whatever. It's the choice is yours. I'm one of the rare few people that can help you do that. I want to make sure that's clear. I'm going to say that one more time. I'm one of the rare few people on the internet that can help you achieve that. Okay. I just want to make sure that's clear. There is no misunderstandings about that. I want to make sure that's clear. All right. Over here, we trust mathematics. And then when you trust mathematics, you're like, oh, that's how it works. Yes, that's how it works. You get to choose which side you want to be on, the negative side or the positive side. The choice is yours. Here's how you make the choice. You either trust the calculator or you don't. If you don't trust the calculator, you live on the negative side. If you do, you live on the positive side. It's really that simple. Now, the people that live on the negative side, you guys get exploited. And it's your own fault. It's nobody else's fault. So here we are. Here we are, Domino's Pizza, giving away free pizzas for people in student loan debt who are debt slaves. Do you guys see how they treat you? They treat you guys so horribly. Hey, debt slave, you want some free pizza? And you guys are all over it. Who knows what data they're collecting with all this nonsense? How are they even qualifying for you to make sure you have student loan debt? Are they making you guys give your student loan number? What are they doing? Do they even care? whatever they're doing, it's working because if you try to go to the website and look for a free pizza, they're always like, "Hey, sorry, we're out for today. We're out for today." That's how many debt slaves are jumping all over that deal. And here you got the people talking about, "Hey, what about the people that paid off their student?" I mean, they start. Who cares? It's pizza. You think listen, you think it's gonna stop with Domino's? Oh, everybody's jumping all over that. Domino's just the leader. They're gonna come out, hey, we know times are hard. Why don't you come over here and do this and that? Whatever they're gonna lead you to like cattle. Aren't you guys tired of that? Debt slaves. Do you guys listen? Do you want to stop getting treated like that? It's your listen. When I say treated, okay, I'm not saying that Domino's is doing anything wrong. Let me make sure that's clear. I think listen, you come to the positive side. I think it's absolutely brilliant what Domino's is doing. I think it's absolutely brilliant. You think Domino's is not going to be the only company that's going to do that. I hope you guys understand that. Oh, wow, they're giving us relief because we're going to have student loan payments. Hey, whatever you want to believe, debt slaves, whatever. Long as you go over there and get the pizza and they get your data and do whatever you I don't know what they're doing with all that information. Who knows? Maybe they're trying to figure out where the majority of you guys are hiding at. Okay, which area got the most calling for pizzas and for free pizzas? Oh, okay, okay, the majority of them over there. All right, let's send some people over there to find the last little scragglers that we ain't got their information yet. Do you guys, hey, you guys with student loan debt, do you guys know people without that do not have student loan debt? We don't pay attention to any of that. It's the free pizza for student loan debt. The president's going to take off 20,000 or we're going to forgive this and that. You guys pay attention to that stuff. Hold on. They do you guys so you guys oh next thing you know, hey, come into the dealership. If you got student loan debt, we're gonna take off an extra $1,000 off the price of the car. Some stupid nonsense. And you guys are gonna fall for it too. Oh wow. Look, they're trying to help us. Yeah, they're trying to help you. Yeah, go over there and finance a car. Do you guys listen, debt slaves? Do you know once you finance a car, the sale price of the car becomes irrelevant? You know why? Because the price of the car is different for each one of you guys that finance it. It goes against your credit score, how many cars you have. The price of a car is different for each one of you guys that finance it. That makes the sale price of the car 100% irrelevant. Now, you can't see that because you guys are debt slaves. You don't know that. You don't know you're not supposed to finance things that go down in value at an interest rate. Did you hear what I said? You do not finance things that go down in value at an interest rate. You don't do that. You guys will finance a car for 84 months and then tell everybody who you show the car how much you bought it for. You didn't buy it for that. Like, let me give you an example to all you guys financing Teslas. Go back home, look at that paperwork, flip it all the way to the back. That's your sale price. And until you pay that money back to the bank, then and only then will you be saving money on gas. So don't be driving by gas stations looking at the high gas prices in a finance Tesla. Do you understand that makes you a dummy? Do you understand that? That makes you a dummy. Finance Teslas or any electric car do not save money on gas. Only people that don't know think that, aka debt slaves. That's why you're getting a free pizza. Are you one of the people that drove to Domino's in your finance car and picked up a free pizza because you're in student loan debt? Is that you? I know millions of you guys are going to do it. I'm going to say that one more time. Are you a person that drove your finance car to pick up your free pizza because you're in student loan debt? That's why they're doing that to you. See how, see how you're financially abused? Aren't you tired of that shit? I know I would be. Free pizza? Come on, man. These so-called listen, if you know somebody right now, listen, that looks successful, okay, I want you to pay attention closely. And they're talking about the free pizza from Domino's, you're talking to a debt slave. I wish Domino's would share the security camera footage to see what kind of cars drive up to get the free pizzas at Domino's. I would love to probably Mercedes, brand new Jeeps and Teslas, every single person with student loan debt. So you guys can see it doesn't matter what debt slaves drive. Did you guys know a finance car makes the driver irrelevant? Did you guys know that, debt slaves? Probably not. Aren't you getting tired of just getting abused? You guys are just getting abused. It's embarrassing. It don't matter if you're a doctor, lawyer, business owner, whatever. It doesn't matter. You guys are all debt slaves. And guess what? I can say whatever I want. There's nobody that can challenge me. Nobody, because I'm it. I'm is. It is. It just is what I'm saying. I went into the bank just yesterday, opened up a business account. So happened to be a guy I knew. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, I haven't seen you in years, man." He's like, "Hey, what you do?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, I help people own themselves." He's like, "Huh, I never heard of that." Okay. So I tell him, your credit report's really a owner. Now he works at the bank. Okay. Remember that. And I'm kind of telling him. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, yeah, man, I got a house and I only owe this and it's worth that. And I got so much in equity. And then I get a HELOC. And then I did a HELOC of 100,000, throwing out all these numbers, right? Because debt slaves usually love doing that to impress the people that don't know. That's why they do that. How much the house is worth and only have this and it got this much out. That's why they tell you all these numbers. But you got to remember, every number that they're talking about is borrowed money. You can't own equity in a fucking house that you didn't have the money to buy, debt slaves. Do you understand that? You can't own something in something that you didn't even have the money to buy the house. If you went to the bank to ask the bank could it buy it for you, that means you didn't have the money. You're talking about financing, debt slaves. So I had him open up the calculator. I said, "Hey, man, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal." I said, "You see that large negative number? You don't own nothing. That's your equity." "Oh, no, man. What are you talking about?" It starts going on about some other stuff. I'm like, "What? What are you?" I said, "Are you looking at the same calculator I'm looking at? That's a large negative number. You own nothing." It didn't sink in at all. Now, for the S&D family members, when you go out in public and you start doing that, at some point you got to just stop. I said, "What will it take for you to understand that I know something that millions of people don't know? Would it take you to see $1 million in my account? A couple 100,000? What will it take?" And he's looking at me. I'm asking, "What will it take for you to believe what I'm saying?" You know, we could never get to we could never get to what that was. I said, "1,000,000, what about $1,000,000? If I show you $1,000,000 in my account, would you believe what I'm saying?" "Oh, man, but then again, you know what? You would have to prove this and that." Forget it. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing none of that. You guys gotta understand something. The world doesn't know who I am yet, not vice versa. I already know who I am. The world doesn't know who I am yet. I just had a few roadblocks. I had to take care of some stuff at home. Now I'm free, realizing that I was blocking myself. I was allowing myself to be blocked, and now I'm free. I'm at the point to where I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I can prove everything I'm saying, everything. Seem like it, even when I say that, hey man, I can prove everything I'm saying with math. That still don't work. Hey, listen, that's the power of the debt matrix. It don't matter. Hey, and I'm cool with that. I only went that far because I consider him a friend. That's the only reason why I even brought that up. I said, man, he's been in the banking system for a little while. Let me throw this at him and see what he says. Came back slave splaining. Same old program. Blah blah blah. This is my equity. I've been there 5 years and this and that and that, 10, whatever, how many years it was. I'm like, I said, let me ask you a different question then, okay? Let me ask you a different way. I said, it only takes one day to buy a house. Why do you believe it takes years? Why do you believe it takes years? So you got to remember that stuns a debt slave. They don't really understand what that means when you say stuff like that. So I'm already prepared for the pause because I caused it. I know what I'm about to cause. You know, it only takes one day to buy a house instead of years. He's like, well, well, yeah, because I'm actually financing. Yes, yes. So I said, so tell me this: if you know you don't own the house, why have you been calling yourself a homeowner for the last how many years you've had this mortgage? Nothing. Pause. You know why? Because they don't know that they're debt slaves. That's the psychological part. The economy cannot exist without debt slaves. They must believe they own property with mortgages. They must believe they own equity. Did you guys know? Let me give you an example. Okay, so when you first of all, when you hear a person use the word equity, 99% chance they're talking about mortgages. Okay, so you listen to them. They use the word own and this and that, and they say, "Oh, this I have this much equity." 99% chance they're talking about a mortgage. They don't own shit, but they don't know that. Okay, they don't know nothing. So what they don't know is this: the word, when you use a word inside of some kind of something to do with math, you got to remember that word is positive and negative. So the word equity is positive and negative. The positivity or negativity of the word equity counts on the person who's using it. So here's an example. You hear a person use equity, the word equity, and then you find out they have a mortgage. If this is you, let's do this so you guys can understand this, okay? If you're a person that believe you have equity in your mortgaged house, this is what I want you to do. Open up the calculator, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. You see that large fucking negative number? You don't own nothing. That's what the calculator says. You own that's your equity right there, that large negative number. You don't own shit. They bought you using the house. That's what the calculator says. Now, it doesn't fucking matter if you believe what I'm saying or you still believe your own. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you something. I'm not here to convince you of mathematics. I want to make sure that's motherfucking clear that I'm not here to do that. I'm here to show you something. You don't own nothing. Zero. You are talking about negative equity. That large negative number says you are talking about negative equity. People that own have nothing to do with the bank, nothing at all, nothing. They don't use the word equity. They just say, this is the value of my home, period. Those are considered positive equity. Do you understand? So when you hear people talking about, hey man, yeah, I'm making yeah, I just mortgaged a rental property, and then I put a my mortgage is 2,000, and I put the renter in there for 5,000. That means I'm profiting 3,000 on a mortgaged rental property. It's 100% mathematically impossible to profit on a mortgage rental property. Did you know that? You can't. So you open up your calculator, you put in 5,000 minus your mortgage rental balance and hit equal. You see that large negative number? You don't profit until the bank gets back all that money you see on the calculator. The day you pay back every penny, then and only then do you profit, according to the laws of mathematics. Now, let's make sure this is clear, because I skipped over to business. I want to make sure this is clear. When you have this knowledge, I'm not saying don't finance mortgage rental properties. I'm just telling you to make sure you understand this. You don't profit shit until the bank gets back all their money. With that understanding, you will pay off the house faster due to the savings on taxes. Okay? I'm gonna just leave it there. What's up, Darshawn? Welcome. Do you want listen? I'm not joking. If you want to be the if you've never heard of capitalism being psychological, and you want to be the baddest real estate person, tax professional, business, and you don't and you want to be the best, one of the best, and you don't want to nobody will know how you're doing it, come see me. I'll help you do that. Well, how? Because they don't know that capitalism is psychological. My credit report proves it. Okay, let me make sure you guys understand that. How do I verify that I understand? My credit report, I just show somebody and it shows no debt at age 53. One page, no debt. I'm not talking about the credit score. I'm just talking about the credit, the entire credit report. It'll show no debt. All three. Now, I'm the only person on the internet that has ever made a video showing their entire personal credit report. Why is that? You're probably thinking, well, I've never seen that before. I know, that's why I do it. I do things that nobody else on the internet does. That's what I do. Okay, those are receipts. Okay, I want you I want you guys to understand. My credit report is my receipt. Go find another person, let alone with no debt, will even do that. That says I know. That says I understand. When you hear people talk about, hey, my mortgage payment is less than the average rents around here. You know what they're doing? They're comparing debt to an expense. Rent is an expense. Rent is not debt. A person will say, "Hey, yeah, man, I pay $700 a month, but your house is $300,000. What are you talking about? There's no place I can rent around here." And this and but you are $300,000 in debt at $700 a month for the next 40 years of your life. Do you know how embarrassing that is? If you sign up for a 40-year mortgage and you figure out that it only takes one day to buy a house, you're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be upset at yourself. You should already be embarrassed that you think it takes 30 years to pay off a house. That's embarrassing. 30 years to pay off 30 years of your life to pay off one house. Are you crazy? now they're giving out free pizzas to debt slaves. You got did you go get a free pizza because you're in student loan debt? You should be embarrassed of yourself. How does that pizza taste? They probably used the cheapest of listen, they knew they were gonna run out of pizza, so I'm sure they very well prepared what type of materials they're gonna use for this, what sauces, what type of this for free. Oh, you guys are gonna get whatever. Hey, I'm here to pick up my free pizza because I'm a debt slave in student loan debt. I'm here. Capitalism is psychological, debt slaves. Money doesn't exist for you because you guys are the fucking money. It's you. You're the taxes, you're the this, you're the everything. Did you guys know cheating on your taxes would be like cheating on yourself? Did you guys know that? Of course not. You guys don't know that? Are you walking around talking, oh man, taxes sure are high. They're big, bad, and evil. What are you talking about? A mystical monster? Where are they? What does taxes look like? And why the fuck why are your feelings wrapped up in taxes? Because you don't understand. That's why. I get away from people that talk like that. Ooh, that's expensive. Taxes sure are high. I'm getting the fuck away from you. You telling me your whole financial life story. I'm getting away from you. That sure is expensive. You got student loan debt, and if you got student loan debt and car payments, and you're going and you're going to pick up a free pizza, you should be embarrassed of yourself. If you saw Domino's was giving away free pizzas and you told all your friends that have student loan debt like you, that's why you guys are all friends. You guys probably all got FHA mortgages too. That's why you guys are all friends. Do you guys understand that? When you get out of debt and free yourself to the positive side, you don't hang around people in debt for what? Talk about their financial problems? Hell no. I'm getting away from you. All that negative energy? No. Sorry. You guys, all you guys 1099 workers that got student loan debt and haven't been paying your taxes, then you guys go over there and get the free pizza from Domino's. You're not embarrassed? Damn shame. You ain't lying. Damn shame. But that's the part of the program, Darshan. You come to the positive side, you're like, oh, I gotta sell. If I want to make money, I gotta sell people homes using 30 and now 40-year mortgages. Hey, I get it. Whatever. Whatever. The economy does not exist without debt slaves. We are the minority. Believe that. This does not exist without them. People are like, hey man, what type of economy are we in? Is it up or down? They are just so confused. I'm like, are you using afterpay services? Are you using buy now, pay later services? Yeah, that means the economy is bad. Are you guys breaking up shirts in 4 easy payments? Are you breaking up your groceries and payments? That means the economy's bad. You think all these big companies like Apple and Walmart and Nike, you think they want to join services with except Apple, excuse me. They want to join services with buy now, pay later businesses who take part of their profits and make a huge margin off of doing nothing? Hell no. But they have to. They have to. They have no choice. Apple knew they had to do it too, but they kept it in-house. They said, okay, we know we have to do it, but we're going to keep all of our money, all of it. That's what you guys should pay attention to. Who got the most money? Because that couldn't have been cheap. Apple said, we're building our own. No, thank you. We keeping all the profits. That's why we have so much money today. This is what I help you do with the business of yourself. I bring you from the negative side, which I was there, college educated, all that stupid nonsense. Came over here to the positive side, bring you over here and help you be like Apple. You want to be, listen, you want to be like Apple? Come here. I'll show you how to do it. They're giving you examples. Look at all the big companies. They all got buy now, pay later services from a second party, whatever. Apple's the only one that does it. Why you think that is? Because they got the money. That's what you guys need to be paying attention to. Who did that? Everybody has to do it. Understand this. Apple didn't have a choice but to do that. Okay, let's just make sure that's clear. They either was going to do an outside service or their own. They had to do it. They said, which one's going to be the best? This one. We'll make our own. Welcome Afterpay. Hey, now you guys are all you guys got to do is qualify for the Afterpay service. All you got to do is be a debt slave, because only debt slaves you Afterpay services. I don't care who is made by. Did you guys know that? Buy now, pay later services are only used by debt slaves. Do you guys understand that? Debt slaves. When this economy starts swinging back towards the good or whatever's going to happen, those collection agencies are going to have a field day, because they got all that Afterpay stuff. They already know. Okay, they already know once something happens or the student loan payments begin, the first people who are not going to get paid are the Afterpay service businesses. Why? Because only people with no money use their services. So the government's first. The government says, hey, we're going to mandate student loan payments now. Guess who's not going to get paid? Afterpay services. They're first. Especially if you got a free pizza. Cosmic says, Cosmic, is that even? Oh, we're talking to Cosmic. Okay. Cole says, should you just rent as cheap as you can or do the game of housing hack? Hey, whatever you do, what's going to be comfortable for you. When I woke up, I moved out of my fancy high rise and moved into a room in my sister's house. Okay, and paid half the mortgage there, which was a quarter of the price of what I was paying already. But then I stopped listening to debt slaves. Oh man, look at LJ. He's in his 40s and he's living with his sister in a room. What's wrong with him? Did he lose everything? Debt slaves just make up stuff. They don't have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. You got to not listen to them, right? I didn't care what debt slaves thought. If Domino's was smart, they would also sponsor the NFL, NBA, or any of the big sports group to get more customers. It's probably very expensive though. That cannot be cheap. It depends on the person. Oh, okay, talking to Cosmic. If you house hack knowing this knowledge, you would use the rent from the tenants and pay your taxes and use all the excess money to pay off the rental as fast. Yeah, I say this is what I'm saying. If you have the patience to deal with people and rent, because people always talk about real estate and how much money you're going to make, but that's only if the people are paying their rent on time. Okay? Nobody's special. It doesn't matter where the person is paying rent. Everything goes according to the economy. It doesn't matter where they live. If you are debt free, put it this way, okay? I want you guys to understand something. If you are debt free and you are in the real estate game, you're on the positive side of the economy. Okay. So you can just watch it because they're watching you, debt slave. They know you guys can't get nothing without the banks. You guys got to understand. I'm gonna give you the positive side view. Anything you want a house, a car, you have to go ask the bank for permission. People on the positive side don't. If we do, it's a business choice for some reason, taxes, whatever. It's something. Okay, it's something. All right. It's a reason we're doing it. I see. What you did mostly, did you rent for a while, then you get your house? What's your housing history like? No, I didn't. Okay, in my mind, you got to, this is going to be your journey. Okay, once you free yourself, okay, you got to free yourself from the 40-hour work week program. Okay, that's a program. Now, if you've been in it all your life, you don't know that. You don't know that Saturday and Sunday are not special, and Monday is different than Saturday, and you always got to know what time it is. All of that shit's a program. The only reason why you need to know, the only reason why you're looking at the clock all the time is because you have a job and all this other stuff and all this things you're doing that you got to be there. Once you break yourself from that, you don't need the clock and you don't need the calendar unless it's for something that you need to do. Those are tools. Those are tools. Where was I going with that? I forgot where I was going with that. Damn it, I was going somewhere good with that. Those are tools. You can remind me if you remind me what was going with that crap. That's why I don't read the context when I'm talking, comments when I'm talking. What's up, Monique? LJ, my question is for house hacking with SMD knowledge. What should I do? Well, I would have to see where you're at right now. Are you debt free right now? You got to remind me. I can't remember everybody's thing, but are you debt free right now? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I was going, you got to break the 40-hour work week program by creating a business. That's what I did. I said, if I wanted to keep this freedom, I have to create a successful business. And then that's what I did to be able to not have to go back to a job. So that's a really broad question though, coding. Okay. Sean says, keep teaching. We'll catch the replay if it's available. Stay well. Okay, appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Stay well, everyone. It will be available. This is on the free side. LJ, I ain't never lied. I rent is not guaranteed. Right. Can you do with that for how long? Exactly. And if you're debt free, you watch things differently, especially if you're debt free peer in your personal life and business and real estate. You really ain't, you're not really tripping. I'm not saying that you don't care about not getting the rent, but it's not going to affect you that way. Plus, there is always, you got tax people in your corner that also understand how it works. Okay, you submit this person didn't pay the rent for this and that, and you just submit everything that happens, you submit it to a person. Hopefully you have a tax preparer who is personally debt free, that understands that capitalism is psychological. If you find a tax person like that, good luck, but they will understand everything that I'm telling you what to do. Okay, you just tell them, say, hey, look, this is all my stuff, and you will have this stuff because when you're debt free, your mind is not going everywhere. So you have, when you're in, okay, put it this way, when you're in debt, you don't really understand how many things you have to keep track of. You really don't understand that. But when you cut off all the debt, you don't really have that many things to keep track of. Therefore, you can focus in on things you may not been able to see before in the tax savings, how to do business properly, who should you pick to do certain things, like put it this way. Okay, put it this way. Say like you are a person that has never been personally debt free, you've never been personally debt free, and you decide that you are going to open up a business, and therefore you're going to also do your business taxes yourself too. I'm gonna tell you something. If you've been in debt all your life personally, you don't understand how taxes work personally. You're definitely not going to understand how taxes work in business. You're not, because you don't understand how taxes work with the business of yourself, because that's where it starts. It starts with you. You must first understand how taxes work with the business of yourself. And if you don't own I'm gonna just keep going down so you guys can understand. If you don't own the business of yourself, you do not understand how taxes work. And you're probably saying, well, what do you mean if I don't own the business of myself? You log into your online credit report. There's a number, there's a very big number in there somewhere that says this is your total debt. You put a minus sign in front of it and look at it. That's how much it's going to cost to own the business of yourself. That number, yes, including your student loan debt, your mortgage, the collections, the IRS debt, all of that. That's the price to own yourself. Now, this is all you got to do. Once you decide, now when you hear you hear me talk about this on the mic, you're not really going to believe it at first. You might go do it, for the very few that might actually go do it, because a lot of you guys are scared to see how much debt you have anyway. But the very few people that are brave enough to go look at the number and you find it, you write it down on a piece of paper in red with a minus sign in front of it, and put it in your wallet or your purse. That's how much it costs to own the business of yourself. So the next time you decide you want to go buy a brand new couch, you pull out that piece of paper and say, this is how much money I have to buy this couch. If I don't accept that, this will be the reason why I'm financing that couch. You go you want to upgrade your car. You go pull out the piece of paper, you say, this is how much money I have to buy this car. If I don't believe it, this is the reason why I'm financing it for 84 months, because I don't believe what's on this piece of paper. Okay. You say that each time until hopefully one day you'll be like, you keep pulling out this piece of paper, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I don't have no money to buy anything. No, because you don't even own yourself. That's how much it costs to own the business of yourself. It's on that piece of paper. Now all you got to do is believe it. Once you believe it, then you come see me. But until you believe what's out on that piece of paper, don't even bother even talking to me. I'm gonna save you guys a whole bunch of, should I call them? Should I make a consultation with them? I'm gonna save you a whole bunch of time. If you don't do that simple task and just log into your online credit report, write down the large negative number, and then you believe it, don't worry about calling me. Save yourself some money. Don't even bother calling me. I'm here to create millionaires and billionaires and trillionaires, wealthy for the rest of your life. I don't really got time to help people believe in mathematics. I don't really got that. I didn't invent math. I did not invent math. You will never see me going to Domino's getting a free pizza. I'm not. I wonder what kind of information you got to fill out to even do that. You don't have to pay your student loan debt until next September, but the interest starts no matter what. Oh yeah, the interest started in October, I believe, right? September, October, somewhere around there. I'm not debt free finishing my last semester in college. So I say like this, coding, don't worry about anything else until you become personally debt free. Don't try to jump the gun. So if you're doing something else, you got to finish college, just I guess you got to wait till then. But don't jump the gun on, you got to get out of debt first. Because that's the only, getting out of debt, there's something that happens to you once you get out of debt. You become you get a different kind of energy. Your confidence goes through the roof. You know you can do anything. Once you get out of debt, you know you can do anything after that point. There's no holding back on you just decide what you want and be that. I always tell people I what I'm sharing is a gift. And I know millions of people don't know it. This is a gift. And it's such a gift. I can say it out loud, speaking English. They don't even know it exists. They have no debt slave. And listen, when I say you can't buy a house with a mortgage, do you know debt slaves have no idea what I'm talking about? They don't know what that means. What do you mean I can't buy a house with a mortgage? Never mind. Hey, did you know you can't buy a car with a car loan? What are you talking about? Do you know it takes 1 day to buy a car, not 84 months? What are you talking about? What do you mean what am I talking about? They don't know what I'm talking about. That's what the gift is. That's the gift. I'm not okay. That's right. Said that already. I'm applying to get a software engineer job. I lost my last one. Okay. Well, you gotta and I could tell by the questions you ask coding, because a lot of people ask questions like that. They want to know what happens after. What do I do next after I'm debt free? Well, first you got to know what it feels like to be debt free. You can't skip that part. And the only way you're going to be able to feel it is that you have to do it. I got a friend now. He's a business owner. He's not having money problems, but he just don't understand why things are working. Everything's going which way. And I'm like, are you personally debt free yet? Nah, man, I was going to do that. Okay, well, let me know and I'll help you figure all that out. If you're a business owner and you've never been personally debt free, I strongly suggest you come see me, especially if you're one of those ambitious business owners. Can't figure out, hey, I just can't figure out why it's not my money's not doing something, or it, I'm always looking for credit to try to do something. I'm profiting, but it doesn't seem to come see me. I'll help you figure out that problem. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that to the outside world that they think you're doing great because they look at your business, it's beautiful, the structure's beautiful, but you're drowning. If you want to make that image become real, the same like what your customers are seeing right now, but you be the same people but debt free. Imagine being in the same position how your customers look at you now, but debt free instead of buried in debt, keeping up the facade. What you guys don't understand, debt slaves, the banks already know which ones of you guys are faking. They already know. Why? Because they own your businesses. That's why. You're pretending for the wrong people. You're only tricking yourself when you do that. Like, say, like you're a business owner, right? And you know you're buried in debt. You're not, first of all, you're not alone. You got some people that are just like you. The only person you're fooling is yourself. You're not tricking the bank. They already know you're in financial trouble because your payments are late. Partial payments, late fees, because you didn't pay they already know. If you're those are signs that you're in they already know. Because your whole life is through them. Did you guys know that, debt slaves? If you go through your portfolio and the bank is on every single piece of property in your portfolio, guess what? You are part of their portfolio, not vice versa, debt slaves. That's called business. You got a bank filled something portfolio? No, you are part of their portfolio, debt slave. None of this could exist without you. None of it. How's that pizza taste now? How's that pizza taste? Who knows what they put in them free pizzas? Let me stop saying that. I'm not saying anything negative. Let me stop saying that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll probably go. Some of you guys should jump on YouTube and see how many people made videos about the Domino free pizza. Maybe debt slaves made some videos of themselves because they had student loan debt and talking about how the pizza tastes. Hey, I'm one of the people that got a free pizza because I had student loan debt. You made a video about it, debt slave? You're not even embarrassed? No, because they don't fucking know. They're debt slaves. You're probably thinking, LJ, why are you so mean to debt slaves? I'm not. I was a debt slave. I just didn't know I was a debt slave because I was driving a finance Lexus. You can't listen. You can't tell a debt slave driving a finance Lexus or a finance BMW, a finance Mercedes that they're a debt slave. Go up to anybody you know. Listen, anybody you know with a nice car and say, "Hey man, figure out." Don't say car payments. Don't say straight out and say. You got to trick them. You got to say like, "Oh man, Nick had a good one. I forgot what that was, but I'm gonna just say an average one. You go, oh man, this is nice, man. I bet you that payment's hitting for you good." And if they say, "Oh, it ain't that much," they're a debt slave. Who cares what the car is if they're making payments? Whatever. And listen, and if it's gas or electric, guess what they're doing? They're financing the gas or electric too. If they're listen, if they're financing the car, they're financing how it's powered. And you know, so crazy. You know how dumb financed electric car owners are. You know what else they traded? They traded their time also. You ask a person, go up to a person that owns a finance electric car and say like this: "Hey, if you pulled up to the gas pump and it took 30 minutes to fill your car up, would you stay there?" They would say no. Heck no, I wouldn't do that. But they will for electricity because they have to. So not only did they finance the car, they're financing the charging to charge it, and they're they're wasting 30 minutes of their life to do it. Do you think they know that? Absolutely not. They even wait in line in some states. First, they wait in line for 30 minutes to charge at a supercharging station. So pretty much 1 hour of their life in a financed electric car to finance the electricity to put in it at an interest rate. Don't forget the interest rate of their credit cards. And listen, and the car loan. You know why debt slaves don't know that? Because they don't own the time in their lives, because they don't own themselves. I bet you that pizza's chewy. Ooh, I bet it's chewy. Did they put any sauce on it? I bet it ain't stuffed crust. It cannot be it cannot be stuffed crust. It got to be thin. That doesn't look like cheese. That does not look like cheese. What is that? I can't cut it. Oh man. Oh. What's up, Malika? You know that Domino's has this for everyone. They made a special ad campaign just for debt slaves. Damn, people are proud to be the show are. Oh, oh. Chew, chewing it like chewing gum. What the is this pizza? Is this Hubba Bubba? What is That's messed up, debt slaves. I don't even mean to be laughing at you. That ain't even funny. Now the people come across this video and they're like, wait a minute. I picked up a free pizza in my finance car, claiming I had student loan debt. Yep, sure is. Went home, went home and shared that pizza with all your friends, just like you. You guys all shared a free pizza. Oh, yeah, we got a free. Yes, you did. I'm telling you, get on YouTube. I bet you there had to been some people talking about they got the free pizza from Domino's because they had student loan debt. People make videos about everything. I'm here to help you get straight to it. I'm here with the answer. Hey, how to get rich? Just come here, man. Just don't. I got the blueprint. You want to get straight to it? You want to get the younger you are? Listen, the younger you are, I strongly suggest you come see me. The younger you are, your life will be listen, totally stress free, no stress of anything. Anything's possible. You could do anything. Anything you just choose to do it, you can just do it. Okay. You won't hang around negative people. It don't care. It won't matter if it's your girlfriend, boyfriend, your family. You don't hang around no negative people. If they're watching negativity every day, they're doing negative things. They're doing just you leave them. You get them out of your life because they're holding you back. And this is how your life will be. It'll be totally beautiful. You'll see Monday through Friday. You're like, wait a minute. Monday through Friday, it's 7 days in a week. And 5 of them belong to my job and 2 only belong to me. Yes, if that. That means you don't own the time in your life. I don't know how much more clear I can be with that. Now I understand if you've done Monday through Friday all your life, you believe there's nothing else. Oh man, I got to be rich to do that. No, you don't. You just got to be out of debt. That's what you got to do. Do you know, listen, do you know if you got out of debt and you got to zero, getting to zero and you had listen, you got to zero and you had $1 in your pocket. Do you know you have more money than millions of people in the United States of America? If you had $1, you're probably thinking, well, how is that possible? How you gonna eat and this and that? That's all the programs. Yeah, living in the shack, driving a bucket. I'm living in a bad neighborhood. I'm living in the cardboard box. You know how much it costs to live here in New York and this and that. And that. That's a program. You understand people on the positive side of the economy? We don't talk like that. I can live anywhere I choose to live. That's a choice. You guys got to understand when you come to the positive side of the economy, anything's possible. Anything. You just gotta make up your mind. That's it. If you even want to come close to understanding what I'm talking about, just become debt free, keep your job, and you'll see how your whole life is going to change having a job with no debt. Because if you've been in a 40-hour work week program, that's how you're just programmed to that. It's not you can't just break that. You can't just stop one day and be like, oh, now what I'm going to do. You don't know what to do. I strongly suggest you get debt free first and then keep working your job, and then you'll see. You start to see your job for what it is. You'll start to see, oh, these people are my friends because they have to be here. The majority of people that have jobs, they're there because they have to be there because they're in debt. They have student loan debt. They're busy driving, getting free pizzas, burning gas and electricity, going to get a free pizza in their finance car. to get a free pizza and then sign up and tell the whole world that it doesn't make any sense. How's that pizza taste? Are you one of the people that got that free pizza and you got student loan debt? Did they make you enter your name and all that stuff and your home address and all that good stuff? That's valuable information. Do you know how valuable that information, especially you guys running from student loan debt? Maybe the free pizzas are for the few stragglers that didn't sign up for the free forgiveness stuff, but maybe you'll give up your information for a free pizza, debt slave. Domino's owns that information. They get to do with it as they wish. Oh, debt slaves. They just do you guys so dirty. For pizza? You guys know, put it this way. You, when you become when you come to the positive side, you won't date a debt slave. You guys understand that? That's just eliminated like 97% of your dating problems right there. If you don't date people in debt, there's 97% of your dating problems just vanished right off the face of the earth. Because when you guys understand this, dating is not that serious as you may believe it is. Because when you take it that serious, you overlook a lot of things. I promise you that. I promise you, especially the young people. If you just keep it as, hey, I'm not gonna date a debt slave anyway, there goes lies your problem. Listen, you probably think, well, I'm gonna be by myself for a long time. If you're scared to be by yourself, that's part of the problem right there. If you're scared to be alone, there lies the problem. Because I love being alone. I love it. I love meditating for hours. I meditate so long I have to stop myself so I can so I can do some things during the day. That's how much I love it. Now, a lot of you guys won't understand that, and it really doesn't matter. If you want to be the best, taxes, accounting, maybe you want to open up your own firm. I show that, hey man, that's my plan. All I got to do is find a few tax professionals that want to be the best in the United States of America. All I need is a couple. I don't even have to know about taxes. I'm gonna just open the firm and only listen and only have tax professionals that understand that capitalism is psychological. You know how many firms would not even be able to fuck, man, they wouldn't be able to mess with me. And the businesses that come to me, hey man, we want to figure out how to legally not pay taxes. Yep, this is the firm. This is the right firm. Come over here. Right here, I got licensed professionals that follow all the tax laws, all the federal laws, will tell you immediately if you're one of those, like, say, like you submitted the taxes and you want to pretend that you did this for the business and that's kind of stuff is obvious. Okay, I want you guys to understand that for the tax cheaters, when you guys do stuff like that, pretend you do stuff and write it off as a business expense and all this other stuff, your personal credit report would tell me why you're doing the stuff like that in business. That's what it would tell me, right? So I would know right away. We would just decline you as a client. Immediately declined. First, no, first we'll warn you and say, hey, yeah, we don't do that kind of stuff here. We don't do that. So don't do that. And don't submit it and pretend we're not going to see it or something. Because if you do it, you're not going to be a client no more. Period. This business will be only for the best of the best businesses that understand how it works. LJ, they did it to themselves though. Debt slaves always do it to they always do it to themselves. It's crazy, man. When I be on these finance channels, oh man, you guys, if you could hear some of the people you guys follow, they are debt slaves themselves. Debt slaves that have student loan debt talking about their investing. Oh yeah, I'm about to get some real estate. Don't you have student loan debt? Yeah, but they're only 4%, and I'm making 10% over. Wrong. All that's all wrong. All wrong. You can't do any of that. When you come across a person who has student loan debt longer than they actually went to school, you don't listen to people like that. If they went to college for 4 years and they've had their student loan debt for 15 years and they want to talk to you about investing, you do not do that. You do not listen to people like that. Those are called debt slaves that have no idea what they're talking about. When you come across people like that, you look into the back of their car and see if they have a free Domino's pizza. If you see a free Domino's pizza in the back of their car, you don't listen to them. If you see a free Domino's pizza in the back of a Range Rover, you don't listen. Who cares about the Range Rover? They have a free student loan debt pizza in the car. Oh, I know you guys mad. They got that free pizza. Probably told your friends. Did you share that? Did you share that free Domino's thing with all your friends? Hey, look, you guys, they're free pizza. Girl, don't you got student loan debt? Yeah, I got student loan debt. Get that free pizza. Okay. You just gotta enter your name and your address. And hey, listen, and where you want that pizza delivered. Mm, mm. It probably came with free delivery too. Mm. Put it put in your home address for all you people running. Now I know you guys come across this channel, be like, oh damn, I sure did. Yes. They just gathering all this information. All right. So when those student loan payments become mandatory, oh man, they know exactly where to find you. They're gonna use the last known address, that free pizza. I'm just joking. I don't know if any of that's true. I'm just making all that up. I don't know anything. Okay. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know. That was a joke. No, I don't work for Domino's. No, I don't. That's just my opinion. You guys are whoa. I got that. What baby, what address did you give for that free pizza? Our home address, our new place, the one we moved. Yeah. Oh, damn. Got that updated information. Oh man. And imagine how many people repeat it. First, because it's probably one per household or some kind of rules. First, the boyfriend does it. Okay, now the girlfriend will do it to the other address or whatever, however they're gonna do it. Because I'm sure once you put your name and address in there, you probably can't get another one. So you got to use a different name, different address, probably one per household, per name, or whatever they're gonna do. And when I first saw that, a free pizza with student loan debt, I said, this is just the beginning. Mm. Some a business always got to lead it. Okay, they always got to lead. Okay, how can we get more traffic to our business? And Whoever was the marketer was brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant because they get to drive more traffic to their business. They get to collect some valuable information at the same time. It's absolutely brilliant. They did. And once they get the free, what they're gonna order something else, order something new or with it, or you know, and we're in, like I said, and we're in the delivery age. Everything's delivered. So they put in their home address. Now I want the S&D family. I want you guys to understand. You see how that information, see how easily it is to collect information? Because put it this way, how when they send out the what's that thing called where they want to know your color and that demographic thing, and if you don't fill it out, they actually send somebody to your house. Now, for them to send somebody to your house, that's not free. They got to pay somebody to do that. So that means whatever that is serious. The census, thank you. Like when you don't register to vote or don't vote, they don't send somebody else and say, hey, man, how come you didn't register to vote? But when it's time for that census, they send somebody out knocking on the door. That means it's serious. Because I've had a couple of people had to come to my, hey, Mr. Young, you did da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah. Da-da-da, this and that. Okay, see ya. I don't care. I know what it means. I know what it means now. That I'm debt free. I know what all that means. I get it. Totally get it. You start to see all the you start to see all the pieces. Like when you think about like taxes, you think about taxes for this. Those are mandatory. And if you cheat, you go to prison. Now that should tell you, wow, that's serious. Yeah, that's a serious piece of the puzzle. Yeah, that's why you can go to prison if you cheat or try to. And let me share something with you, debt slaves. Okay, I'm gonna share something with you. If you've been in debt all your life and you cheat on your taxes, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance. You know why? Because that by default says you don't understand mathematics. By default, that means you don't have a chance. Like imagine, and I know it's they can't catch everybody at the same time, so it's years, but the time delay is a positive thing for the IRS, because if you're cheating on your taxes and you do it for years and then they come knocking on the door, what are you going to say? You can't do anything. Especially if they're physically knocking on your door. If they are physically knocking on your door, that means you've ignored all the letters. That's what that means. And then they come to your new address. And by the time they come to your new address from where you started 5 years ago till now, and then they have to walk through your 2 new cars in the driveway to your front door of your new house and knock on your door and say, hey, you haven't been paying us taxes for the last 5 years. What's your excuse? What are you going to say? What are you going to say? I'm sure they're standing there probably waiting to see what you're going to say too. They're probably like, what are you going to say? There's nothing you can say except you got me. I haven't been paying my taxes. You got me. They'd probably be shocked if you if you said something like that. You got me. I didn't pay, I wasn't paying my taxes. They'd probably be like, what? Oh, okay. You're still going to jail, but we didn't expect for you to say that answer because everybody else lies. Oh, I didn't know. It was my friend, and the tax person. He didn't tell me. He or she didn't tell me. They didn't do something, something. According to the guidelines, they said you were only supposed to get a possible like 10,000. You've been getting back 50,000 every single year. How is that possible? I don't know. I was just talking to my tax person, and my tax person said, "Oh, no, that doesn't work." That's crazy to me. When I think about it, sometimes I be thinking about like when people they make money, but just simply just don't pay the taxes. Just screw it. I'm just not gonna do it. Right? How do they not know that one day it's going to come to an end? How do you do? I wonder if they just get to a point like here. Okay, I'm talking to the people that the 1090, the people that came from W2 jobs when 2020 happened and pushed into the 1099 jobs, right? Now it is almost not your fault, but it is, but it isn't, right? Ignorance is no excuse. But you don't know anything about taxes because your W2 job had been handling those taxes all your life, right? And then you come to here and where you're responsible for your own taxes, but you just never paid them. And not only have you not paid them, you have adjusted your life to you've adjusted your lifestyle to not paying taxes. Since you haven't been doing it for years, you've adjusted your life. And when I say adjusted your life, better place, better car, more credit cards, more app stuff, payments and all this stuff because you haven't been paying taxes. Now, do you not do you simply just put it out of your mind? Do you just say, I'm not going to think about it? I'm gonna pretend it's not happening. What do you I want to understand what's going through your mind when you just do that because it's not just you. There's a lot of you guys doing that right now. You guys are just simply not. You're just working and you're not paying your tax because the companies that you guys are delivering for they're reporting to the IRS that they are paying you. Do you guys understand that? So they know exactly how much they're losing and exactly who's not paying. You can't be sleeping well. You got to be scared going to your mailbox every time you go to the mailbox. That's got to be terrifying. Anytime you see something with the IRS's name on it, your heart starts pounding. Is it the letter? That's no way to live. I hope you guys understand that. That is absolutely no way to live. And if you're hanging around friends that are doing the exact same thing as you, not paying your taxes and thinking the shit's funny, I strongly suggest you stop being friends with them because you guys are gonna be friends, all right. The time they got to come out, that thing got extended like 10 years for the IRS to come after people. 10 years. So you could be well on your way on your new life. You decide to go ahead and get you a job somewhere else and you start a new life and family. You're just doing a whole new thing. Of course, you think you probably got away with it. You know, you're married. Since you got away with, there's nothing to tell your new spouse at all. There's nothing to tell because it doesn't exist, right? Until one day they come knocking on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Yeah, it's John so and so here. Yeah. Hey, Did you work for so and so company back in this year for 5 years and da da da? Yep, that's me. Yeah. Well, you didn't pay taxes all those years, or your check is going to be automatically garnished at your new job or something. Now your whole lifestyle of with your new family and everything has to change because you can't afford to live the way you have been living. That all changes. That sounds like divorce to me. Well, honey, I thought it just went away. No, that doesn't just go away. I strongly suggest you do this. Go get a lawyer, a professional tax person, or somebody that understands, and you tell them what you did. Hey, I've been working for this company for 5 years and I haven't been paying my taxes. There it goes. The the professional will know what to do from there. Whatever the cost is, you pay it. Go to them, go to the IRS first. Don't have them come find you. Get a professional to get your affairs in order. That will show them that you're serious about getting your affairs in order with them because you hired a professional to do it. You're not trying to do it yourself. None of that I'm gonna do myself to save some money. No, you get a professional to do it. And make sure the professional is truly a professional. Look up the business. Make sure they got a good star rating. Make sure they're not trying to just get your money and do something fast or whatever. Make sure they're licensed properly in the state that they're supposed to be in. Make sure they have everything they're supposed to have in that state where you live. It only takes a second. Hey, what does it take to qualify to be a tax lawyer in the state of da da da? Okay, a degree, this, that, da 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 da. And then when you go see that person, you just make sure they have that stuff. Make sure you look up their bar number or whatever. Make sure they're not in trouble by the state or federal or some stuff. Make sure you check all that. Yes, it's that serious. It is. You don't have to know nothing about being a lawyer or anything, but all you just need to know is the basics. What does it take to be a licensed blah 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 in this state? Okay, and it's this and that. Make sure they have it. What's up, Alonzo? The free pizza thing on Monique was the Domino's. Domino's was giving away free pizzas for people with whose student loan debt. This is what I'm here for, okay? I'm here for you to own the business of yourself. There is nobody like me. I'm not saying that. Now you hear me say that, you sound like, "Oh, he's got a big old ego." No, it just is. Like when you hear me say that, all you have to do is go find another person like me. If you can, then I'll shut up. I can help you be like unlike any other. I can help you be the same. I'm not special. Listen, let me tell you my superpower. I trust the calculator. That's my superpower. I got people on the internet thinking, listen, they believe I invented the calculator. I got people believing that I invented the calculator. Can you believe that? Whenever I come in a room, oh, I better get out my calculator. I guess they believe it. You know what I'm saying? You're right. I did. I invented the calculator. I sure did. Yes. That is funny. Oh man. Come out and see a whole bunch of loaded pizzas. Every pizza come out with max toppings. More toppings on your pizza. Oh man, that is funny. That is funny. I strongly suggest you guys subscribe to my 6 Cents channel, YouTube at 6 Cents. First video is going to be on January 1st, 2024. I put in sample videos in the members only of what it's going to be like. What it's going to be. It's going to be on a whole different level, man. Whole different level. Yeah. I've learned the last 6 years of my life, man, you guys have no idea. It was like I learned so much in such a condensed amount of time. And what I learned the most was the piece that I needed to connect with people. And understand this, in order to make millions of dollars, you have to connect with millions of people. Okay. What I went through with the last 6 years is the piece that I have been missing to connect with millions of people. You're probably saying, LJ, what is that? Narcissism. They're like debt slaves. SMD, I want you to understand something. Narcissistic people are like the debt slaves in the financial world. The same thing. They don't know that they're narcissists. They don't even know. Just like we can see debt slaves, I can see narcissists and they can't see me. How do I do this? How do I even know about this? Because I was recently born from narcissistic abuse. Now, if you've never been in a relationship with a narcissist, you can't understand. There's no way for you to understand. And I don't even wish you to understand like that. That's why I'm going to start on my 6 Cents channel. That's how I'm going to be. So if you've never experienced it, I'm going to give you what it takes to never experience it, because you don't ever want to. I promise you. It's the worst. It is the worst. I can't even explain it. But it opened my eyes to see them. Oh, because they have patterns. The majority of them all the same, do the same thing. They have a pattern, just like debt slaves. Debt slaves have a pattern. It mirrors the SMD side of the world. It mirrors it. They have a pattern. Millions of people are here. Let me give you an example of a relationship that you might be in a relationship with a narcissist. Okay. If your partner cheats on you and you stay with them, it sounds like you're in a narcissistic relationship. It's that simple. It really is that simple. If you're in a relationship with a partner who is physically abusive to you and you're still sharing your body with them and telling them that you love them, you're in a narcissistic relationship. That's called Narc's world. Narc's world is where everything is the opposite of reality. That's what that is. It's really that simple. People that love you don't physically abuse you. But when you're in it, you don't know that. Like, let me give you another example of Narc's world. If you're with a partner that you shared your personal secrets with them, and then they turn around and use it against you as a weapon, you live in Narc's world. That's what they do. It's the opposite of reality. People outside of Narc's world, we don't take secrets that you share with the people you love and then use them as a weapon. We don't do that. That's a no-no. You listen, you don't even have to tell us to do that because we already know not to do that. I know not to hit the people I love. I know not to turn secrets into weapons against the people I love. I already know that. That only happens in Narc's world. Here's the dilemma for me, you guys. I did not know Narc's world existed until I was in a relationship with one. I was strong enough to escape. You have to listen, you have to escape a narcissist. You have to trick them. Otherwise, they're not going to let you go. You have to, I had to trick mine. I had to leave and never come back. That's what I had to do to get away. LJ, that video and members section on consciousness and the ego made me realize that I don't need any travel assignments for the next 2 months doing me. Told my per diem job 31 October 31 is the last day. Yeah, that's a I came across a woman named Slater, Patel Slater, Skater, Patel Skater. Oh man. She is absolutely amazing. The things she says. Need to seek to do other things that I've been denying myself. See what I'm saying? It really does change your perspective, Omaneke. It really does. It changes it's very difficult to explain, but it's all about the present moment. Everything is about the present moment and the power in the present moment, which is the only moment that ever matters. Thank you, Malika. Much appreciated. Once I freed myself, and this is for the people that have escaped narcissistic relationships, you might be in it. And when you put it this way, I'm gonna talk to the people that are in Narc's world relationships right now, but don't know it. Okay. If you're with a person that tells you they love you and they cheat on you, you are in what's called a trauma bond. You are staying with the person that's clearly not for you because they're cheating on you. You know they are. They're doing it in your face. Because mine, she was getting worse towards the end. She was getting worse. More and more bold, more and more not caring. You got to remember, at this time, I'm already checked out mentally. I'm just thinking about how am I going to get out of this? Because you got to remember this. If you're in it, you can't let the narcissist know that you have a change of plans because they're going to pick up on it really, really quick. Any change to how you've been responding to their torment, they're going to pick up on it. So you got to be very careful. What does that mean? You got to let them, like me, I had to let mine think she was getting away with all that. She was tricking me. I didn't know what she was doing. Like I didn't know she was talking to other dudes or going off on dates and this and that. You just got to pretend like you don't know because you can't let them know. Before I flew out, we had a nice little dinner, nice little going away, whatever. I'll see you in a month, blah, blah, blah. Sent her an email. By the way, I'm not coming back. She didn't know that was coming. Did not know that was coming. Crying voicemails. This is the weird thing that people in Narc's world do, right? Crying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, this and that, and right? While she drained the bank account, leave me with no money. At the same time, she's sending me emails and voicemails. She's taking all the money out the account, took it all. They do things like that. They don't even listen. Narcissistic people don't even know what they do. And if you happen to get away from a narcissist, okay? If you happen to get away from a narcissist, and escape, you leave them. All right. That's considered a narcissistic injury. All right. They're just more mad because they're not in control of you and you were their supply. That's all they're really hurting about. They're not hurt about you leaving, right? When they call you and leave you all those voicemails, don't listen to them for a while. First, you got to go no contact. There's no other way to leave a narcissist. You got to go no contact. All right. Don't listen to all the crying voicemails. Don't read all the emails. Just wait about a good month or two if you can get away from them that long. Good month or two till you start getting your mind back. You start getting away with some things. And then you go back and listen to the voicemails. Guess what's going to happen? They're not going to make any sense. Because when you listen to them, they were like, they're crying like they didn't do nothing. Exactly. That's my point. They're crying they didn't know why you left them. That's the sickness. That's the disorder. They're crying like they don't know why you left. Then you go read the emails. The emails are going to read the same thing as the voicemails. They don't know why you left. Oh, you left me. What about me and this and that? I thought we were supposed to be this and that. You don't, nothing with accountability at all of anything, nothing. Nothing about cheating or physically abusive or ripping up your stuff, nothing. That's the disorder. So you'll look at it like, damn, that is weird. Yes, it's weird. They don't know. And then once you step all the way out, and then you'll realize how much pain they're in. It's not even nothing personal because there's millions of people like that. My ex-girlfriend wasn't special. There are millions of people just like her. Millions. Now all I see is a person in pain, a person that's too scared to be by themselves. They can't. Do you know narcissists cannot be by themselves? No way. No. In order for a narcissist to know they're a narcissist, by default requires self-reflection, which narcissists do not have, in my opinion, of course. I'm not a doctor. I'm just going by my experience. Are you with somebody that it feels like a 10-year-old child? Like you're taking care of a kid, but this person's a grown-up? You probably with a narcissist. You see how they're acting right now? Like, say like this. Say like you're with one right now, and they act when you try to talk about serious topics, they act like a child. You say to yourself, okay, what age child would act like that? And then you pick that age, and then you realize they probably got traumatized at that age. That's why they're acting like that. Every time, every time we needed to sit down and have serious conversations, she would act like a 10-year-old child. Put your phone down. Don't roll your eyes. Don't huff and puff. Don't don't toss and turn. Don't put your head under the pillow. Can you sit up straight? Oh, you're telling me what to do. It's like a 10-year-old child. You know what that is? They don't want you to hold them accountable. That's why they act like that. If you're in that, you're in Narc's world. This is some of the stuff I'll be talking about on Sixth Sense because everybody's in it, especially like men. If you're a man like me that was trapped in a physically and mentally abusive relationship and you just really couldn't tell nobody because it was so bad, you're trapped and you trapped yourself and you trapped yourself with that narcissist. If you're a man and you're too scared to tell your friends and your family how abusive your wife or your girlfriend is, they have you and they're going to disrespect you more and more and more until they discard you. You better believe I was close to discardment. I was getting close. I could tell. Now that I'm out, now that I'm on the outside of it, oh yeah, I was getting close. I could tell. She was getting horrible. She was getting careless. That's what they do. They move on to the next, think they're in love. Same old thing. It's called love bombing. They do the same thing, and then they move on. But I beat her to the punch. She must have thought I was one of those dudes that were going to sit there and take the abuse all the way till you just discard me. No, I'm not that dude. I always get to a point in my life where it's enough is enough, and then I just do what I need to do. No. And you know so crazy, Dave? I don't care. This is the seriousness of getting away from a if you're in a relationship with a narcissistic person, get away from them. They are energy vampires, positive or negative. It doesn't matter. Mine, the one, listen, the one I was with, we were total, we were total opposites. All she did was negative stuff, negative things, negative people, negative shows, always negative and arguing and just negative. So much listen, so much negative. I used to have to turn to her and say, "Hey, you are only allowed to show me one negative thing per day because I don't want to know about everything negative going on in social media." That's how she lived her life and still does. Like if you with somebody and they cheat on you and then the other person they cheat with, they know that that person is with somebody. That's why those two people are together cheating because like energy attracts like energy. That's why they're together. That's why they do that. They did you a favor. All you got to do is be strong enough to leave when they do it because if you let a narcissist get away with cheating once, that's like you don't understand. You think, oh, they learned their lesson. No, that gave them permission to continue to do it. As soon as you catch them cheating once and you let them get away with it, now they disrespect. Now they don't. They're gonna disrespect you now. They just lost respect for you. That's some of the things on the channel. Any questions? Yes, they are collecting that information. Oh man, the things they do to get a hold of that information. They're gonna be collecting as much. I'm just trying to I'm trying to figure out how are they gonna collect from all the people that are doing 1099 jobs. How are the student loan places gonna collect from those people? The only thing I can see them doing is mandating the companies to hold back some money or something. That's the only way I can see putting a cap on that really quick. Just saying, okay, all delivery companies are required to, you know, hold people's certain percentage of people's funds or something just no different than checks, right? I don't know. I know. I'm just curious of how they're gonna do it. How are they gonna collect? Hmm. I don't know. I'm curious because IRS is not even getting their money. So you think the student loan, how they gonna get it? You know what I'm saying? If the IRS can't get their money yet, of course. I'm sure something's in the works. It gotta be. They got to be working on that plan right now as we speak. They got to be. My personal belief is that Tesla is going to solve a big chunk of that problem by using driverless cars. So think about it. Think about it this way, so you guys can understand what I mean by Tesla solving that problem of tax problem of people with 1099 jobs delivering stuff, not paying taxes. Now, if they got autonomous cars, food will be safe and product will be safe, right? Because the people could actually come down and get or schedule delivery of their product when they're home, so they can come and get it out of the car themselves, or whatever that might be. It could be food. Like, think about it. What kind of delivery service, if you're ordering food to be delivered, which service are you going to use? Are you going to use a service with no driver, knowing that your food's going to come straight from the restaurant to your house? Or are you going to trust the driver? I've seen some of the drivers. If you just go to a restaurant and be sitting in the waiting area, just watch the people that come in to deliver the food. All you got to do is look at them. Not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them. Just look at them. When you see them run out, follow them, see where they go, look at their car, see what kind of car they're driving. You're going to trust the driverless cars because you know nobody ain't going to touch your food. You know your product, whatever is going to be delivered to your house, is going to be there. You can go out to the car and get it yourself. It's not going to be left on the porch. It's crazy, man. I ordered something the other day, man. The thing cost like $500. And guess where it was left? On the porch, not even wrapped. Do you hear me? The picture of the item that was in the box was on the box. Luckily, I was home. Because even in the Amazon thing, it said, somebody must be there when this item is delivered. Cool. Okay, they're going to be knocking on the door. It was just dropped off on the porch, period. I don't even know how that works. Say like something gets stolen off your porch. What happens? Who pays for that? What goes on here? What happens? All right. I think I'm done yip yapping here. We're going on almost 2 hours of me yip yapping too. I'm excited about my new channel though, man. I'm learning so much. This next few months is going to be my I'm in a learning. I'm just now finding the right people that are going to help me with my new channel, 6 Cents. I want you guys to understand the level at which is this going to be? It's going to be at such a level. It's really even hard to put in words, but I think I have the gift of explaining what is only psychological. Right? That's what I'm really doing. I'm trying to put words to something that is psychological. Once you find peace within yourself, your whole world is going to change. I promise you that it's going to change. Then you're going to look back at the 1999 Matrix, and then you're going to look at that movie totally different. You're going to be like, oh, now I know what this movie means. When you see Neo and his friends, they do some amazing stuff, dodge bullets and this and that. That's what it's going to feel like when you free yourself from the Matrix. That's what you're going to feel like. You can do anything. Are you going to be able to literally dodge bullets? No. Will it feel like you can? Yes. You'll be dodging the bullets of debt slaves and narcissists with ease. Like, would you guys put it this way? If you're say like you're a debt slave, do you know SMD family members? We can see you from like 10 miles away coming down the street. We can hear you when you talk. We can see you. You can't see us unless we say something. That's the same way with narcissists. When I think about, listen, compared to the person I am today, when I think about the stuff I let happen in that relationship, it blows my mind. It really does. I'm like, what? Why that? Because the trauma, there's a psychological component in there that I had never experienced in my life. Because when you love and care about people and really wish them the best and you want them to do the best, you don't really understand that there are people out there that do not want people to be like that. There are people out there that will tell you they love you to your face and abuse you physically, mentally, emotionally in your face. And they'll do their own kids that way too. You just think to yourself, no, a person wouldn't do that to their yes. Yes. Now I do. Now I understand there are people out there. And the dead giveaway. This is a dead giveaway for them, okay? No self accountability. They never say sorry for anything. That's a dead giveaway. Now, when I was in it, I never understood that. I used to always say to myself, how come she doesn't apologize for anything she does? When you don't know about narcissism, your whole focus is on them because I've never experienced that before in my life. You're like, nah, man, this person's been telling me that they love me, but their actions say otherwise. And then you get out and you're like, wait a minute. I ran across narcissism and I was reading, and it's like a whoa, a light comes shining through. You're like, what the? And then when you start reading the traits, you're stuck in that cognitive dissonance. No, not the person that they said. Yes, the person that says they love you. Yes. I had a chick who I dated years back leave me for another dude because I was working so much. Yep, the standard thing. Turned out that dude had no money and she wanted me back. I said, nope. You see how narcissists do? They really, listen, narcissists really believe that. They really believe that they can do you dirty and come back. That's what they believe in their minds. No apology, nothing. They don't apologize for nothing. Hopefully, you just forget about it. I don't wish a narcissist relationship on my worst enemy. That was horrible. But I was strong enough to get through it. A lot of people don't survive narcissistic abuse. Do you guys understand that? This is how serious it is. A lot of people don't survive it. A lot of people don't escape it. You ever been, fellas, have you ever been out and about and you see a woman disrespect her husband in front of the people, in front of everybody? Most of us have all seen that, man or woman, but I'm just focusing on the men. Have you ever seen that? Seen a woman just disrespect her husband in front of everybody? That's a narcissist. And the man doesn't say anything. He looks paralyzed. Today, the person I am, you guys got to understand this. When narcissists know you can see them, they know you can see them. because you're looking at them different. You're listening to them different, and they know it because you the way you're staring at them. They know you're different because you're looking right at them. They're not tricking nobody. If I was out in the crowd today, like say who I am today, because I'll destroy a narcissist in public now. If I was out in the crowd and at dinner and I saw that happen, a, a woman purposely disrespect her husband in front of the crowd, I would do the same to her. You got to remember, if they can do it in public, that means they can receive it in public. And narcissists don't like to be embarrassed in public. I can promise you that. I had one of the most insecure narcissists that you could ever believe, ever. She was so insecure about everything. Everything. Things that now that I'm out, there's things that it's so it's so obvious. Everywhere we went, she took pictures of herself. Every place we went, always pictures of herself. 50. Take a picture of me. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of me over here. Everywhere is a picture. If you're with a person that takes more pictures of themselves, of themselves more than you guys are together, you're probably with a narcissist. Those are red flags. If your partner's social media looks like they're single, those are red flags. You got to leave them and keep a narcissist far away from you, out of your life. They cannot be anywhere, especially personally. You do not get into a relationship with a narcissist. They will destroy you because they can't be you. That's why they want to destroy you, because they can't be you. When you're at this level, it's natural for me to be at this level. It's a natural thing. Not for a narcissist. They can't be there that long. They get the mask falls down. They fake it at first. That's called the love bomb stage. When they come up on you, oh, you're the best thing since sliced bread. That's a fake. They like everything you like. Hey, I like going to the gym. I like doing this too. They like everything you like. Well, that's natural for you, but they can't keep it up. Next thing you know, oh, we don't like that. That's stupid. We shouldn't go so many days and this, and they cut it down. Next thing you know, you're not doing any of the things that you used to do. Just like them. Nothing. They're not doing anything. Next thing you know, it's like you're taking care of another child, doing everything for them. They can't do nothing. Those are all red flags. If a woman disrespects them in public, imagine how she acts behind. Exactly, and that's exactly what I mean, anonymous. If they do that in public, you got to remember, I had the worst kind of narcissist, a malignant, covert narcissist, physically violent, emotionally abusive, mentally abusive. Two people, one way behind the scenes, then out in public. She used to, man. And if you are with a narcissist, you'll know what I mean when I make this statement. Sometimes they get so mad. You look into their eyes. Listen, there's been a few times you look into their eyes and they're not even there. There was a couple times I could see in her eyes, I'm like, I better not push this because if I do, I'm gonna have to call the police. And that's not good for anybody. But if you're in a relationship like that and you've seen that, to where you could see in their eyes that at this point, they're so mad, they don't care what happens. They don't care about the police. They don't care about throwing things that could physically hurt you and put you in the hospital. You got to get out of there. You better believe their family knew that before you met them. You better believe that it didn't start with you. They've been like that all their life. Everything they told you is a lie. They're pathological liars too. Like with my situation, I just deleted all the pictures that we our life together because it was not none of it was true. That's MPD. That's a problem. You can't help them. Only a doctor can help them. Your whole life with them is not real. It's whatever. The quicker you understand that fact, the quicker you'll be able to heal from it. Sub cupcakes. I had a narcissist tell me everybody in his family is jealous of him, and they love to embarrass him, and they love to embarrass him in public. Weeks later, he embarrassed me, but he is a debt slave that wants to get rich quick. Yep, I told him, get somebody else to do his resume. He always have problems on his job. Sure do. They all have problems. Yep. I'd rather be single than sorry. Exactly. You can see them. Everything is everybody else. Anything bad in their life was caused by everybody else. Those are red flags. All you have to do is listen for self accountability. Here's the secret: they don't know they don't have it. Now, I know you guys are saying to yourself, people that have self accountability can own up to their, oh, yeah, that was me. I did that. I did that wrong. I'm sorry. Do you guys know they don't have that? They don't have that ability, and they don't know they don't have that ability. Just like debt slaves don't know that they're debt slaves. I keep telling you guys, it mirrors that. Now, when I walk into a room, a narcissist is going to know that I'm different. I can promise you that. Because as soon as I hear him speak, I'm going to look right at him. No blinking, look him right in the eyes. I'm not blinking at all. I'm just looking at him. So when they come to me with their narcissistic BS, they're going to know that's where it stops. I'm not believing any of that. And I'm going to make sure you understand that I'm not believing any of that, because I'm going to look right at you and be like, nope, that's wrong. Or I might not say anything. I'm going to just look at them. Nothing to say, nothing about being wrong or right. I'm going to just look at them because I'm going to know what it is. Even when I think about my recent past relationship, there is no way I'm not even that dude anymore that would even accept any of that. The only reason I got caught up in that is because I didn't know narcissistic people like that existed. Do you understand me? These people care about nothing, not even their own children. They use everybody. But once you get out of it, listen, this is what happens. Once you understand that this is a problem that they need to go see a professional, you look at them for what it is. Those are people in deep, deep pain, controlled by their ego. Constantly tell, oh yeah, it's okay, go cheat on the people you love, that's all right, that they deserve it, whatever. This is what I'm imagining. Okay, that's all right, yeah, he made you mad enough, it's okay to go cheat, yeah, who cares? I know your kid loves him, it doesn't matter if you break up, he'll get over it. Anything and they just believe it. That's what I'm assuming. This is how simplified it is. Okay, I want you guys to understand something. If the person you're with cheats on you, they obviously don't know that they're not supposed to cheat on the people they love. Why? Because they did it. They don't care about how long you've been married. They don't care about their children. They don't care about your family, their family. It's more than just them. Like to the men that are in, say, like you're with a woman that physically abuses you in front of your children. What do you think your children are learning? What do you think they're learning? It's okay for the women to hit the men. That's what they see. You're doing your children wrong by staying. I hope you guys understand that. You got to leave them. That's what you show your children. It doesn't matter how they feel about it. When they grow up, they'll understand. Why my dad leave? Because my mom was physically abusive, so he left. Oh, she's going to use my kids. She ain't going to let me see me. That's true. All of that's going to happen. Yes. I'm going to have to go to court and this and that. Yes, that's true too. All of that's true too. Yes. But you'll have your sanity. Narcissists need to feed. You have to cut them off. You go no contact. You leave them. Ooh, my ex, she begged. Ooh, she begged. Just begged. It was weird. That's how you know it's just a problem. It's weird. It's like, you don't know what you did? No, they don't. They think in narc's world, they think it's normal to cheat on the people you love. Do you guys understand that? I know you guys think I'm joking. They think it's okay because they do it. And you know what's so funny? They're usually cheating with somebody that already cheats on somebody they're with too. They're all cheat. They all do. They don't understand that they all do it amongst themselves when nobody trusts nobody and everybody cheats on everybody. It's usually people getting free pizzas as they after they're done cheating and having wild sex. They're, "Hey, let's go pick up that free pizza." All right, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. All right, you guys. Until next time, see you guys later. All right, bye.